You are now tuning into The Vibe with your boys podcast. Starring Kyle the Kid and Mega the Boy. You dig?
Love yours. Love yours. No such thing. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. No such thing as a life that's better than yours. No such thing, no such thing. Heart beating fast. Let a nigga.
Yo, it's your boy Kyle the Kid and Mega the Boy, and welcome back to episode 6 of your Vibe with your Boys podcast.
Yo,
it's been a interesting week. A lot of stuff that went down since we last spoke to you guys, so we wanted, catch up, How you been, Mega?
solid.
Solid?
A lot of shit going on.
Feel me? Yeah, man, it's been a lot of things going on. A lot of headlines. Definitely wasn't a slow week. One big thing that poked out, the passing of the young Mac Miller at the age of 26 to an apparent drug overdose. It's seeming, man, that's tough. Another young artist with impact in the game gone too soon.
Yeah, man, that shit's sad, man. I mean, I used to listen to Mac Miller more, a couple years ago than recently, but 26 years old, to pass away, and to the overdose, and I kind of feel some type of way about it. Not him passing away, but just the use of people glorifying the use of drugs to younger audiences. And I low-key kind of feel some way about it. And, after this happened, and I'm kind of like, bruh, the man was 26 years old. Obviously, he was going through a lot of shit.
Mm-hmm.
He was going through a lot of shit. And one thing people don't know, when you use drugs and you going through shit, you feel numb. Certain shit give you a high that you kind of make you feel like everything go away.
Yeah, nothing in the world matters. You don't feel, you're not worried about whatever.
Yeah.
On.
But that high, you come back down. Then you're going to want to take it again to go back to that same spot you was at previously before you came down.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually, you're going to need double the dosage. Your body going to get immune to it. You're going to need double the dosage. Or even a whole total drug that's even 10 times stronger than what you're currently taking. And my big issue with it is these people that glorify it and venerate it and make it seem like it's such a exuberant feeling to these younger kids who don't know no better. Not everybody in the world everybody has a mind for themselves, but not everybody use it for themselves. Other people can impact what you're thinking. Not everybody is strong enough mentally to make a strong decision. Like me personally, this not a big drug, whatever. But people, I don't smoke weed. People like, bro, why you don't smoke? I ain't saying nothing wrong with it. I just don't do it. It don't do nothing. It don't do nothing for me. I have never felt the need to do any drugs or even little ass weed. But then you got these niggas, peons. Before I say that, you got these niggas that don't do it, but rap about it. And that's what Russ, the rapper, was talking about on the Breakfast Club this week. And I felt why people don't like him. And I felt 100% with what he's saying. Because you got people that don't do it, who's over here making a brand based off them using drugs, because they know it's a niche audience for people that use drugs. Whether it's just for recreational purposes, or whether it's for mental health, or them, feeling like shit, whatever whatever it is. You feel me? And then you got these niggas that just try to make money off of it and try to make music with it and whatever. And then you got other people that actually do use it. They rap about it. I don't fuck with that either. You feel me? I'm not saying, you do you. You a person. You your own person. Do you. But don't be over here making it seem like this is such a great thing for you to be having these younger kids using drugs at 15, 16, 14. And then by the time they 26, shit, they done did everything. Because they try to get a stronger dose. They try to get a stronger grain, whatever. And now they croak. You feel me? I feel some type of way about it. And it be these peon ass, bro, you're not even on that. Why? That's my biggest concern, is the people that's not on it, that really be doing it. and I really feel some type of way about it. And I've been thinking about this for like a week. So I'm venting right now. I'm venting. But yo, like these peon ass niggas. I ain't gonna name no names, but they be peon ass niggas. And go ahead, bro. My bad. Go ahead, bro. I'll keep going.
Nah, man. That's some real stuff. I mean, as far as people who do it, because you have people who do it, and it's not for a trend. They do it because they actually like to do it. Now, of course, health-wise, it's not the best thing to do. But if you're a rapper and you do it, like let's say Future, that's a big topic. Future raps about a few other things. That's a big topic. He raps about, you know, lean and getting high, whatever. One thing I can say though, not that I have a lens on him, he raps about it and stuff like that, but I've never really seen Future, you know, try to market it really. I mean, he has like albums, Purple Rain and stuff like that, but it comes down to like when you're on your IG and then you got the different bottles of lean in front of you.
That's
and all that
peon shit.
That's like rappers come across like, oh, I'm not trying to be a role model or whatever.
But nigga, you are.
But who are you selling your music to?
Nigga, you are.
You're selling your music to kids at the end of the day, and those kids follow your IG. Those kids probably have nothing. As far as people who do drugs, they do it to, you know, take themselves away from reality of whatever's going on in their life. If it's some type of pain or whatever, sometimes, you know, that's what they do it for. Some of these kids don't even have anything going on in their life. They just see it and be like, oh, that's cool. So and so is doing it. Let me do that too. You feel me? And I think that's when stuff like that's starting to happen. That's when we as a society should look at each other and be like, yo, like what Russ is doing, holding people accountable. Because at the end of the day, Mac Miller, him as a person, what his struggles with, you know, depression and so forth was something that was publicized. So it's understandable to say, not to say I agree with it, it's understandable to say why he was doing drugs and so forth. And that's something he spoke about in his music. But from anything I've seen, I never heard him say it's cool.
No.
It's cool to do what I'm doing. Because he was dealing with real life issues. Like, he's a real life person. And that's when this social media thing gets, like, misconstrued. Because when you go on social media, you can say anything, do anything, or whatever. But at the end of the day, these are real life people with real life situations. I mean, you look at Demi Lovato. About a month and a half ago, we could have lost her because of that.
And there's the people in your inner circle too. That's another thing too. Like, don't act like you care so much about this person after they gone, but they over here doing mad drugs and they fucking depressed and they going through shit, and you over here just fucking supporting that habit. Like, bro, like that shit's not fucking cool. Like,
I think earlier this year we lost Fredo,
bruh,
Little Peep. I mean, these are like people. Not to say every life is equal. You feel me? But these are people, as far as in the hip hop game, you know, music, that have an impact. Like, have an impact on the culture. And we're losing them due to this type of stuff. Now, when it comes to Fredo, Little Peep, and Mac Miller, as far as what I've seen, they've all had, you know, whether depression, anxiety, or whatever.
That shit real, bro.
Yeah, that's something that's real. But it comes down to, like, damn. They really have to turn to this to, like, and that's crazy, man. Like,
cause it's like,
I don't know
who do they have to turn to though? Like, they don't have nobody to turn to.
Yeah.
Like, when you the highest person that you're around, or whether you're around other millionaires, but when you're the highest person, you the go-to person. Who does the go-to person go to?
Especially when you got a bunch of yes people around.
Man, it's yes men, bro. There's a whole bunch of yes men around you. They gon', bruh. I was watching and it's kind of tying perfect because I was watching a Bobby Brown movie, and I remember when he was trying to kick the cocaine usage in jail, and it was the nigga that was in his cell that helped him, cause that nigga wasn't allowing him to. You feel me? You're not sniffing no more. And then you got the fuck nigga, the white dude, who try to make that nigga go sniff. You feel me? And
he's trying to sell.
He trying to sell some shit. And I'm like, bro, come on, man. And if you in somebody entourage, you're their friend, you their fuck, you only got to be their close friend, you their security, you always around him. Once that nigga's gone, when that person gone, it's probably a wrap for you. I mean, unless you're a security, it's probably a wrap for you. So how about you try to help them while they're here instead of putting a long ass fucking 500 character post on Instagram like a nigga care, bro. That nigga's gone. You could have helped him when he was there. You feel me?
And at the end of the day, it comes down to, okay, they're the breadwinner. They call the shots. They make the decisions. They're doing drugs. You can choose to say something to them, or they might be the person, yo,
Don't, yeah.
I do what I want to do.
And then at that point, you move yourself from that situation.
Exactly. So at that point, you have a decision to make whether, okay, this is a breadwinner. I want to be along for the gravy train.
Pretty much.
I mean, I tried, but he's not listening, so hey.
Go try to get him help. Call people. Hey, go talk to this person.
So then you also have the decision, I'm not going to watch you destroy yourself. Yes, what's going on? We're living good right now, but at the end of the day, the point you're heading right now is of like
Destruction.
no return, of destruction. Like that ties in with the Bobby Brown story. You look at that. His brother, as far as that, his brother tried, I would say, tried to help him. You know, as far as the doing drugs thing. Okay, Bobby does drugs. We all know that. But when he really saw that it was taking control of his brother's life, it's to the point that he did not know what to do, because he was not along for the ride, but he was along to make sure his brother wasn't getting screwed over with the business.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? But sometimes when you're dealing with these millionaires or whatever, your friends or whatever, it can't be about the business. You have to make sure their personal, their mental is straight too, because everything's moving fast, man.
You can't. You don't know who to trust around you. You don't know what intentions people have for coming around you, making it, trying to befriend you. So at the end of the day, you gotta, like, bro. But my main thing is these people who's really glorifying it, bro. That shit is real out here, bro. Then you got the people, these little pumps. You got the little Zans. You got the niggas walking around with fucking a chain. What was it? A lean chain?
Lean chain.
A codeine.
Zan chain.
Nigga, that's square, bro. That's not cool. That don't look raw, bitch. You don't look cool, bitch. Walking around looking like a fool, bitch. You drug the fuck up. That's not cool. And then you over here. Now I understand you doing it, like I said, but you over here glorifying it. So not only is it's helping you, you think it's helping you, but you trying to glorify the other people so they could get on. Like, bro, it's not cool. And that's all I had to say about it, bro. That's some peon shit. That's some square shit. And that shit's not cool, bro. Shit's not cool at all.
Yeah, man. That's real. And this. R.I.P. to Mac Miller, man. Another too soon. Hopefully, I mean, the crazy thing is we're gonna be back here sometime or whatever, saying the next star, rapper, whatever, gone because of the same thing. Man, that's wild. It all comes down to, for people who do it, for the depression or whatever, understanding why you do it. Hopefully the people around you, can just, like, stop being square as fuck and, like, actually try to get you the help you need or whatever. Or hopefully something comes upon you guys that you guys, turn away from that. I don't know, but...
But depression is real. That's not a joke.
But that trendy shit,
like, bruh. People just doing it just to do it because they think they look cool. Nigga, you look like a fool, cuz. You look square. You don't look cool doing that shit.
And real quick, because I don't want to dwell on this too much, because we can go on and on about this, but there's so much more to talk about. Meek Mill. I remember watching interviews about Meek Mill, and he was saying that at one point he started, popping pills. Like started popping pills. Like after he got into the rap game, he started popping pills or whatever, into where he would start wigging. And then one moment he just looked at himself, like a moment of reflection, and he realized, yo, what are you doing? Like, growing up, we would see the people who popping pills and doing that. Like, that's lame stuff.
Nigga, it was cool to be the dealer, nigga. Now it's cool to be the user.
Yeah, that's lame stuff. Like, what am I doing,
man?
Nah,
it's cool to be Felicia now. Like, fucking squares.
Yeah, so even, it's okay to slip, but when somebody like Meek or anybody catches themselves and realizes, you're like, yo, before I start to go down this path of no return, let me check myself and realize this shit is like lame stuff. Like, people, I'm here just like doing it. I don't need to be doing it. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And that's what me and Megan wanted to touch on with that. And to kind of move on to the next little topic here, a story that dealt with so much pain and drug addiction. that aired on BET in the past week. The BET Bobby Brown story, man. That was a dope 2-part series.
Hey, look, I watched that movie, and then I had like right after finishing watching the second part, I had to go to the hospital to go see my little cousin. That is not the place you want to go after you done watching a Bobby Brown movie, bruh. That shit, I'm driving to the damn hospital, bro. I'm like, I do not want to go to this shit. That shit look crazy. And that man had a crazy life, man. Like, that man had a crazy life. That man dealt with death his whole entire life, from a kid to a teenager to a young adult to an old adult to the older adult that he is now. He always been dealing with death. You feel me? And that's the shit. I don't want to go piggyback or go back, but that's what I'm talking about, Nick. People out actually going through real shit.
Yeah.
And then you over here glorifying some shit like you think it's cool. People using this shit because they got no other option.
And thankfully,
or they don't think they got any other option.
Him, I don't know if you guys watch it or whatever, but him as a person, he got to the point where he realized, like Mega kind of touched on earlier, that he was in jail, having withdrawals. I mean, sleeping out of nowhere, throwing up, crying on the floor. Like, this is, at that time, a guy at the pinnacle of his career. Bobby Brown, at the pinnacle of his career. And he goes into jail, and he's having withdrawals, crying on the floor. Yeah, man. And it took, him crying on the floor, his bunkmate to tell you, like, yo, no.
Not using that shit.
You don't need that, bro. You don't need that. And if you watch the movie when they were in jail, to where every point, there was some type of temptation for Bobby Brown to, get back on the drugs. His roommate would just hit him with the no. You good. You good, man. And he's one of the fortunate people because, he overdosed and they were able to save him, you feel me? To where that was a wake-up call for him that he doesn't need that anymore. You feel me? He made that conscious decision. Now, yes, he still had, battles with addiction to alcohol and so forth. And that's because he went through so much pain that, you end up needing something to numb it. But at least, the cocaine or crack or whatever that he was using, something that was very killer. Mm-hmm. He made that decision to, get off of that. And just in general, like, that whole 2-part series was just dope as hell. I mean, it had like so much moments, like so much stuff we didn't know about. I know your favorite scene, man, that Janet Jackson scene, man.
I ain't like that scene. I'm gonna tell you why I ain't like it. This is the worst part of, like, it was a great series. It showed a lot about his life. But how the hell BET is not gonna show how Bobby Brown sauced up Janet Jackson? You ain't gonna show how he sauced her up, got her, you feel me? You just gonna show him sending a gift to Bobby Brown sending a gift to Janet Jackson, him pulling up to the crib, she running him out, and then the ultimate scene, he smashed some cheeks in, and then we find out that Joe Jackson ain't like black people, and then there we go. Like, you can't do that. You gotta show how my dog sauced her up. You feel me? But yeah, man, it was a great movie. Showed me a lot. I think it showed everybody a lot about his life. And this nigga been dealing with that since he was a kid. I'm like, that shit's crazy. Every part of his life, he had big, major death. Yeah, that's crazy.
Hey, real quick though, with that Janet Jackson thing and that whole Jackson family thing, I fought with Michael Jackson. I fought with the Jacksons. I love the Jacksons movie, Jackson's American Dream. But what's up with that family, bro? Like, Bobby, like, he chilling with Jackson. He fell for Janet. You feel me? Oh, I'm not good enough for you. This is Bobby Brown. I know, like, it took, like, no lie, because I always heard about Bobby Brown, but it took these New Edition and Bobby Brown movies and a little bit of research to realize
going back to
he was a big deal.
He
was a big deal back in the 80s and 90s.
My dog was Janet Jackson's side nigga, and that's one thing I always say. If you had a certain stature, don't cheat with a nigga or a female that has nothing to lose. You cheat with somebody that has just as much to lose as you, cause they gonna come out 35 years later and say they did it. But nobody gives a fuck after that. You gonna cheat if you gonna cheat, Janet? Don't cheat with no But cheat with Bobby Brown, nigga. Like, this who you cheat with.
Yeah, and he had to like, yo, so I'm not good enough for you. Oh, but your daddy not gonna approve of no black project nigga, huh? Then I'm like, and then you look at it like they was like, Joe didn't want her, Joe Jackson that is didn't want, Janet or with like, run of the mill, just like dark guy, like that's crazy. And then it plays back like, I'm sticking to the story of my dog Mike, man. My dog had a skin disease, but it plays back to like the perception like there was a colorism issue. Like Michael did not feel comfortable being dark, and if that's true, based off what we're hearing about Joe and how he felt about Janet and her dating choices, and most likely his other daughters as well.
You seen the other daughter, Catherine?
Yeah,
she looked crazy. Yeah, man. They were a weird ass family.
You mean Latoya?
Latoya, her.
Yeah,
Yeah, not like there's a Catherine too, right?
That's the mom.
Oh, I'm tripping. Latoya, bro, that was a weird ass family, and you know me. One thing I hate the most is weird people. That was a weird ass family. From Michael Jackson turning into a white lady to the sons being slipped back, damn near about to be a white lady, and then you got Janet who can't fuck Bobby Brown, cause he a black nigga from the project, and then you got Latoya who turned into a white lady. They got too much going on. I don't really.
Yeah, man. But that's a little side, bro. Another thing that got my attention from that Bobby Brown story, Whitney Houston, man.
Yeah,
bro. R.I.P. to Whitney Houston. Hell of a singer.
And Bobby Brown said he didn't try to make it seem like Whitney was a bad person. He just telling his story.
Just telling his story, and that story was a hell of a story. But not to like talk negative about Whitney Houston, because she was another person who clearly was going through a lot. You feel me, or whatever. And that was like a true got addicted to drugs, and that was her crutch. But man, that was some sick stuff. Like her and Bobby, that scene where he just like collapsed.
Oh yeah, that shit got me mad.
Collapsed from the drug overdose. And she finds him laying on the ground, unconscious. Oh boy, stop playing. Get up. Put his finger by his nose. Oh, you breathing? Stop playing. I'm about to get high without you. You about to miss it. And the next scene, he getting rushed to the hospital. The man could have died. He thinking it was a joke. He playing around because she's high. She's about to get more high. She's not, at the state of mind to realize, like, yo, this guy needs help. Like, this guy needs help. And I think you probably, at this point, you got probably Bobby Christina somewhere on the other side of the house, wherever, like, yo.
They was a toxic ass couple. They had too much going on.
And I feel like they really, really, really did love each other, but it was like a toxic love.
Yeah, I love you to death type shit. Like literally, like that shit was.
Damn, man, that. Shout out to Bobby Brown, man. That was a hell of a story he told, man. Shout out to Woody McClain.
Yeah, and then he did a terrific job.
Did a great job as the role of Bobby Brown. Looking forward to seeing that guy in other features.
And let's not forget, Michael Jackson did adopt white kids. So I'm not getting into not only did he turn into a white woman and dated white women.
I'm not doing that.
Besides Diana Ross, allegedly, who the hell did Michael Jackson date that was an African American woman or man, whatever it was? Who? That nigga adopted white kids. Man, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm not touching that.
Great music though. Great music.
I'm not touching that, man. What else? Went down this week, man? You had boys.
Cardi.
People scrapping out here in these streets, man.
That's the type of shit I like. I like that shit. If you gonna talk,
you gonna do what to who?
Nah,
let's find out and see.
Let me tell you, there's a lot of peon ass people out here whose Twitter fingers and Instagram fingers, they behind the keyboard, they yapping, they rapping all this tough talk. Niggas, when you see me, it's on sight. Yo. And Cardi showed that.
Yo, one thing that like I go by, or I feel like everybody should go by, bro. You can't be saying that to just anybody, and like you actually mean it, like you actually want smoke, like you inviting smoke, and then when you see them and you expect it to not be an issue. But think about
It's on site, nigga.
Think about it. From the time Cardi's been blowing up within the last year, it's been so much little things from the motorsport to this and that, and they've been in so many rooms together, award shows, Met galas, just a whole bunch of other stuff, and they probably had conversations and all this, and nothing has happened. And you got people, because you know everything's so watered down, everything's so fake that you know the fans are like, this is all for publicity, da 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 da. Like people can't even tell what's real anymore. And I'm with Cardi B. You could only be in a room with somebody so much that you don't like, or every time you turn around, you're hearing that they're saying something about you, but when you're in the same room with them, they don't have that same energy. Sometimes you just gotta be like, hey,
say my name one more motherfucking time, I'm gonna send a cease and desist.
Not even her, was like her kid. Apparently, whatever happened, Nicki liked some tweets endorsing that Cardi wasn't gonna get a mom or whatever the case may be. Her kid is what set her off.
I'm gonna be real though. And another thing too, if it's really how it happened, I heard Cardi B and Nicki Minaj always had behind the scene conversations. They always talk, woody woody woo. Hey, we straight, we cool. But for whatever reason, you always bringing her name up. You always throwing shots. So if I'm Cardi at this point, all right, bruh, enough talking. Now I'm gonna put these paws on you, cause you keep trying me. I'm gonna show you what these motherfucking bloody hands do. I'm gonna really show you some bloody shoes. Like, Jit, stop! Like, you even stop playing with me. And that's what happened.
And that go for like
anybody.
Everybody.
Try
that's
me if you want to.
That's like a life lesson. Like, you never know. Like, it be the person in the back who quiet, who just be like taking all the verbal abuse. But that one day, like, you gonna get that issue, bro. Like, I don't understand why people just like do that. Like, I understand Nicki, cause she's been at the top for so long, uncontested. I'm talking about since like Bedrock days.
Became a cornball.
Young, like fresh Young Money days. Like, she been at the top, like BT Hip Hop Awards or whatever, any category.
How long Drake been at the top as for a male artist?
No. But it's a different type of thing. Uncontested. Kendrick might come.
But Drake's not really contested though,
bro.
Bro, I'm telling you, it was how Miami. Just a little reference. How Miami Heat was the best at that time, and Golden State is the best right now, and they got Houston Rockets. You already know who's running. Who's a clear favorite.
If you holding weight while all this going on, Drake killing, but Kendrick hitting the Grammys. Kendrick selling too. Like, a lot of stuff factor in Kendrick.
Yeah, they win. He winning too, but it's not.
People citing Kendrick's projects as classic albums. A lot of people are not citing Drake as classic album. He's killing the numbers. J. Cole, platinum, first guy platinum without no features in over 2 decades. Like, it's a lot of going on with rappers. Nicki uncontested. Like, Cardi has had the best success from a female artist. Like. And then Nicki, like, nobody else. Like, that's it. You've had Dage Loaf. She's maintained, feeding the radio some good hits every now and then. Young M.A. spitting, but she...
What was the last Dage Loaf shit you heard? What radio she feeding?
That club song with Jacquees.
Oh, yeah, that was her. Okay.
And I think she had another one, too. Like, Young M.A., she's spitting, she drops the freestyles that get everybody attention, but I don't think she even dropped a project. You now just got City Girls who making a buzz, but I'm talking about
they're not going to ever get to that level.
I'm talking about some big, like, so with Nicki, of course, Nicki, I get you would feel threatened, but if anything, you step your shit up. Like, nobody told you to wait, 4 or 5 years or whatever, how long it was to not drop an album.
She can't step her game up because her ladder left. I said this before. Once Safari left, her game left with her. Like, what game she stepping up? Yeah. It's not a coincidence. I've been saying this for years. I was a big Nicki Minaj fan as far as her spitting. She became very corny. She doesn't know when to stop. Bruh, you gotta know when to stop this little persona you got. And my dog Cardi B about to help you stop it. Bitch, you over here, you Chun-Li, bitch, you Kung Fu Nicki. And then when it's time to put these paws on you, you wanna be, you feel me? Now, granted, the securities are doing their job.
Yeah, it was security.
I ain't
man.
gonna act like, you feel me. I ain't gonna, and that's another thing. I don't like how Cardi B did it. Cardi B, you can't be rah 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 from a distance. If you gonna be rah rah rah, you gotta be like, hey Nicki, man, I don't like, you know what I'm saying?
Nah,
be
but
rah 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 in
you
front of her.
look at
So
it, it's like, not to say like Cardi B, like she really wanted to smoke, but it was very Love and Hip Hop. It's like Love and Hip Hop. I mean, I guess that shit be fake. I don't know.
I'll put you on it. You know, I've been started watching that shit.
I don't know. I'm talking about that, as far as the fighting,
That shit fake.
But if you have a real issue with somebody, natural instinct, fuck that. I'm not.
Yeah, we running.
I want their head, but security not letting nothing happen.
Yeah,
You got 10 security. She got 10 security. The venue got security. Like nothing's gonna happen, and you know she left with a knock apparently by the security trying to break it up. But I understand where she's coming from. She just want that head. It's not like they like, you know, just regular chicks. They gonna meet somewhere. That's not happening.
Yeah.
So that's how
catch
the
when I
window.
catch you. And I hear a lot of people acting stupid, like, oh, if you really bought that smoke, why you running around with 10 people? What the fuck you expect them to do? Like, bruh, she want to smoke. She want to smoke, but you expect her to pull up Olo? Like, you sound stupid. Like, you got your entourage, I got my entourage, babe. Like, simple. Now, if I was Cardi and I was instructing Cardi on what to do, look, you make sure you get a little closer. Don't make it seem like it's super beef. Or make it seem like it's super beef. Just trying to tell you, like, what's up? What's going on? Then you start rah rah rah. So by the time the security try to break it up, you done hit it with one. Pop, 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 pop.
And that's you thinking though. But who knows? I'm pretty sure maybe Cardi, you know, went to the New York Fashion Week and said, you know what, she gonna be there. I'ma cool it. Maybe she went there thinking I'ma just cool it, and then you just see her, and then maybe red just flashing. You know what? It's done.
Nah. If I'm Cardi, I'm going there with a smoke in my. If I was Cardi, bitch, I would have worn a jumpsuit the fucking Fashion Week. I would have worn a Cardi B jumpsuit, tracksuit,
Bro,
the Fashion Week.
To be honest, bro, unless Cardi was just trying to be like, fuck it, you don't come in a red gown.
Yeah.
I don't think she was going there to fight. I think she did
Cena,
and it's like, you
run
know
that.
what?
Run that.
It's
I would have wear gym shorts to that shit.
That Love and Hip Hop shit coming out of me.
And you got people on the internet. Oh, Cardi B so da 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 da. Why she did it at Fashion Week? Bitch, I'm not give a fuck about no damn Fashion Week. And she would have did that bit at BET, the Soul Train Award.
Oh, that's expected.
That's expected,
yeah,
but she do it at Fashion Week with a whole bunch of cokeheads fucking wearing shit that nobody gonna wear, bitch. Shout out my dog Charlamagne. Wearing shit that nobody gonna fucking wear, bitch. Come on, bitch. Nobody give a fuck about no damn Fashion Week. Wherever I see you, it's on site. At church, at motherfucking. You look at it, and if it's a funeral, I'm seeing at the reception hall. Wherever it's at, I'm seeing you, bitch, on site. But she should have worn a tracksuit though.
But yeah, man, that was crazy to see unfold. Like I really like, and we talking about like the two biggest female rap artists, and just like in music in general, they're very like.
Yeah.
And they like scrapping, you feel me?
Nicki wasn't gonna scrap.
I mean, like altercation type shit, like that junk is crazy.
Fake ass Chun-Li, bitch.
Yeah, at the end of the day, Nicki can get on her Queen radio and like or whatever, and she can say what she want to say or whatever. But at the end of the day, you're still gonna be in the room with Cardi moving forward, unless you're gonna stop going to award shows, because there's a chance you might not even win. You know. Female rap artist of the year or whatever, you're not gonna be winning that anymore if Cardi keeps going where she's going. So unless you're not gonna be showing up to these rap shows, you're gonna be in the same room with her.
What they're gonna start doing, they're gonna stop inviting the person that's not gonna win. So like if Nicki's not gonna win, there's no point in inviting her. That's all they're gonna do. Or they're gonna get secured up, like. But you know my dog Cardi, she on that. So.
But that's something for the fans too. I understand, man. Like, Nicki, y'all girl. I understand, but y'all be making like the dumbest logic. Y'all be saying like the dumbest shit. Like, I understand that's your artist, but okay, Cardi, Nicki 100% right in everything. She don't make no mistakes. She's not at fault in anything. Like, come on, like it's not no one-sided beef. Y'all make it seem like Cardi beefing by herself. Like, it's bigger fish to fry with both of them. But speaking of beef. Some things apparently got deaded this past week as well. Meek and Drake.
Yes, sir.
Drake brought Meek out in Boston, and seemed like they patched it up. Clearly, they've had conversations before then, but publicly, it seems like they squashed it. I mean, I think that's dope, but at the same time, it's like,
Before you say that, do you see a common denominator in this whole all these situations? Nicki leaves Safari, Safari becomes Safari. Where however you see Safari, but he's in front of your eyes. Nicki leaves Meek, Meek become an activist. While he was with Meek, Meek popping pills, doing this, woody woo. Starting to beef with Drake, woody woo. Nicki start fucking with Drake. Drake patch it up with Meek. There's a common denominator in Miss Chun Nicki Lee. I'm gonna leave it there. But back to them squashing the beef. Yeah, I mean it's nice to see. Only thing I kind of didn't like about it, I don't like the whole you my brother from another mother, you my soul brother, all that fuck shit, playing ping pong, all that shit. Yeah, y'all doing too much. Yeah, you my favorite artist, woody woo, favorite rapper, all this fuck shit.
It's just kind of hard to believe. Like,
yeah,
I understand. You know what? Because as a fan, we're looking at it like, damn, them niggas passed it up pretty quick. But those feelings of like hostility probably been died down.
Yeah,
that's another thing. And I just thought about that, like just now as we're recording this. Like, who knows what conversations were had behind closed doors to where they could have just squashed it up, chopped it up, whatever happened, blase. Before I did this, I should have talked to you. I should have spoke to you, and sometimes stuff like that, just judge the situation before it even gets to that. But if I'm Drake, when Meek hit Twitter with it, and then once you hit Twitter with it, then like all bets are off. There's rumblings like Meek was feeling a certain way towards Drake based off, a verse he heard for Rico, to where he felt like Drake was taking shots at his own song, and then Drake didn't make an appearance at, some type of concert in Philly or so forth. Some of that, if Meek would have just hit up Drake would have been able to da-da-da-da. But once I go to Twitter, now you coming for how I eat, my legacy, my credibility, I think that's when stuff gets serious. And then it took like 2.5 years for them to calm down. But I think it's a great thing they're back at that space. Probably we're going to get some new music. Drake and Meek always sound good together on the song. So, who knows what can come out of that. Waiting on that. Waiting on the Meek project. So, yeah, it's good to see that. And then again, Drake is coming down here. Miami American Airlines Arena. 21st, 22nd.
Yes, sir.
Where you gonna be at the 22nd, Mega?
I'm probably gonna be chilling with my dog Drake.
Okay.
Backstage, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He had hit me up. I had to slide up for my dog.
I can slide too?
I think he got room for one more.
Okay, because I was gonna be there anyway. I ain't need no invite. Man. But yeah, that's a dope thing to see. Speaking of you feel me? Upcoming music, that boy Kodak been state to state, Project Baby, breaking the bank.
You know what I'm saying? Project Baby. Yeah, that boy been in the studio. I ain't gonna lie, his album about to be fire. His album about to be fire. That boy been in the studio with Bruno, Pharrell, Meek. He been in the studio with he was Travis in the studio Scott. With Matt, Travis. That Travis Scott song, that's his single. That's gonna be that snippet. That's gonna be his single. That thing gonna be lit. I get very like Pills and Automobile, the whole little song they had with
Chris Brown and Cardi,
or even like the new song, Tiger song, Tasty.
Yeah.
Dun, dun. Yeah, that shit. I get that vibe. Yeah, he been working. A lot of people felt like, he been out. He hasn't been what he would. That boy been in the studio. That boy been working. He been working. So I'm very excited to see, what projects or what product he's gonna put out. But look, how you feel about the Kaepernick thing? With Nike, Kaepernick, and all these bigots and these racists.
I mean, you can look at it from two viewpoints. What Nike did was bold. What they did was bold. Taking on Kaepernick being the face of that campaign.
But they know they were doing.
Basically, like, I guess you could say standing with him and what he believes in, making that a message, because at that point, everybody knows the Colin Kaepernick situation. So you endorsing him shows that, of course, you're standing behind him. So another standpoint is that it's just for, I guess you could say promotion of their brand. Of course, that's why they're doing it, of course. But just beyond that, just for financial benefit, because at the same time you may say some people may be boycotting Nike, but then the overwhelming support that Nike's getting right now, people just going, like Nick Cannon just went and bought a whole bunch of Nike socks. People going to the stores all throughout this week. I'm seeing on Snapchat, IG, people just buying Nikes, and the Colin Kaepernick merchandise hasn't even really dropped yet. You feel me? So that's just something that you could look at it. But either way, I'm choosing to look at it from a positive viewpoint, because he's not eating from the NFL. He's not eating from the NFL, so him taking his stand costs him money. So when you do good like that and you stand up for what you believe in, it's only right that good comes back to you, and that's another way that he can eat and still make money for his family. And I'm pretty sure some of that money he's making will continue to go to the efforts that he's already been doing. So that's dope to see. Shout out to Kaepernick, man.
I ain't gonna lie to you. One thing I must say, if y'all thought people voted for Donald Trump or people supporting Trump, they was racist, y'all thought those people was coming out as racist. Y'all really see who the real racists are. People are really up in arms about this. It's like, bro, what are you talking about? Like,
so because he stood up for what he believed in, even though you don't agree, he didn't break no laws. He did not hurt nobody at all. Nothing. You're gonna stop messing with, or stop wearing a brand, or stop supporting a brand because one of their endorsers or promoters you don't agree with. Like, you can go with any brand or for anybody or whatever. You're gonna find somebody in dealing with that company that you probably don't have the same beliefs in at all. Just a quick example. Chick-fil-A, there's stuff going around that Chick-fil-A is, anti-gay. I'm pretty sure you're munching down on a Chick-fil-A sandwich, like any brand you can find that goes against, or a person that's in a high position or whatever goes against what you believe in, and you're still supporting that. But now you got a black man standing up for what he believes in. A big corporation like Nike chooses to endorse some people, or an uproar like boycotting, burning the Nike stuff. Like, what did he do to you?
Okay, and the same thing. Even though, if you look at somebody like LeBron James, obviously he didn't do all that extra shit, but he definitely feel the same way about what's going on that Kaepernick do. So what y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna burn his shit too? He's sponsored by Nike. Y'all gonna burn his shit too? Man. And one thing I'm going, sorry to cut you off, but one thing I'm gonna say, for all you fake patriotic people who feel some type of way about him kneeling because he's disrespecting the flag, I want y'all to have, before y'all burn all these Nikes and all these gears that you have, I want y'all to have the same energy and give it to some veterans that really need it. Because since y'all feel so mad or so bad about how he's disrespecting the veterans and all that shit, give those gears to the veterans. I'm pretty sure they could use it. I hate fake patriotic people. They act like they care so much, but you walking down the street and straight, I was an ex-veteran, I'm a veteran, I'm an ex-military member, and y'all feel so patriotic, but they on the street because they ain't got nowhere to go, they can't get a job. So yeah, I want y'all to have the same energy. That's all I had to say.
No, I didn't even think of that viewpoint, but like Megan said, have that same energy. You and some of these people, like, they got like money. Like, got money, they're in uproar about this whole Nike thing or whatever. Oh, patriotism, da-da-da-da. Yeah, okay, so veterans are on the street. I'm pretty sure there are programs dedicated to getting veterans, food and shelter and all that. Go do something. You feel me? Go invest in that. You don't have to be in the streets yourself, but some of that money, throw it over there. Why not? I mean, Colin Kaepernick standing up for what he believes in. He's putting his check on the line for what he believes in. You believe in that so strongly, Okay, then put your money on the line. You throw some money at one of these organizations that supports, ex-military, and get that done. I mean, you so worried about him. He's doing what he needs to do to support his cause. You feel me? What are you doing, being that you in such an uproar about him? What are you doing to support yours, being that you have such a big issue about it? And I don't get that, man. That's people are sick.
Yeah.
And like lame, bro. That makes no sense. And another thing too, you said about LeBron. And I'm pretty sure if LeBron did that, like, ain't nobody blacklisting LeBron.
Yeah, ain't nobody.
If you blacklisting LeBron, okay, it's a wrap. It's clear. It's clear, like something is going on.
And I hope my dog get 25% of the NFL after he could prove that it was corruption and him not being signed.
Yeah, because
square ass, peon ass owners. And I want my dog to get 25%, and I want to bring 5 black-owned NFL teams to the NFL and drive all y'all square ass peons out. There you go.
Damn.
And hopefully Mega the Boy is one of his owners. But yeah, man, that's all we had to talk about
Negro
today,
Football League coming soon.
Negro Football League coming soon, man. I did not think about that. That shit was kind of funny. But yeah, man. Hey, look, that's all we had to talk about today. You know what I mean? Really appreciate everybody that been tuning in these last couple of weeks. Like we mentioned well, I don't think we mentioned last podcast, but we do have a lot of new content coming. We are working on an actual show, a visual show with different concepts. We're just kind of working out the kinks right now. And always we appreciate the feedback. Please subscribe, like, tell your homegirl, your homeboy, comment, let us know what you think.
Yo, yeah.
You feel me? And that's it. Mega the Boy, and for all these peon ass, square ass niggas, catch me on the flip side.
Yep, and I'm Kyle the Kid, and we out, man. Y'all continue to support me, you feel me? Keep tuning in, tell your friends, tell their friend, your family, whatever, if you like what you're hearing. And we out.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.